Wow. Live? Does it work? I'm impressed. No? Is it good? Sa? Prova il microfono. 1, 2, 3. Say again? It will be fun, a lot. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. I'm super excited to be here to see you in person after this long pandemic, and it's so great. And I have a very difficult task. I need to stay here till the coffee is ready. So welcome, everybody. My name is Luca Berton. First of all, I need to start with a disclaimer that this is my personal opinion, not the opinion of my employer. Now, we can move forward. I'm Italian, but I like a lot Ansible. I was working for that for 3 years, and I have the opportunity to meet a lot of customers directly in the post-support directly. And what I found that a lot of time we were embarking on the same problem again and again. So this is why I started this side project on me that is called Ansible Pilot, because I found that sometimes it's difficult for like a beginner to start this journey. You probably have seen this my YouTube channel, that this is what I'm sharing with everybody. And recently I also published one book that I know this is very vintage, this kind of technology. What I'm trying to share with you is just one idea, one concept that I'm sharing in my video. So I'm starting from the demo, and then I will do all the boring things. Okay, let's imagine that we would like to learn more about the execution time of our Ansible playbook. I know you probably already know this kind of stuff, that there is one function that is called Ansible callback. So basically you can add a plugin that is one component that extends the Ansible functionality with some extra output. And specifically, I'm using 3 Ansible plugins in this demo, that will be the timer, the profile task, and profile role. Yes, of course, now we have a fully qualified domain name, so we need to use ansible.posix that qualify this module. If you are curious, there is always a good documentation about this module. It's super amazing, but somehow it's little bit difficult to find, especially if you are looking for a way for timing your playbook, because this documentation was created from somebody that already know the task. Of course, this is for the timer callback, and there is also a fantastic page for the profile task. As you can see, there is a nice demo underneath that maybe we spot better what we are trying to achieve. As you can see, we are going to timing the execution of playbook. So we need a playbook. Back in our editor, I'm using the simplest playbook ever, using the Ansible ping module. So Ansible built-in ping module, of course. What we are doing, just testing the connection, and just to keep the demo super compact as possible, we are using the simplest inventory that we can do it, using localhost, of course. We are not using SSH, just a local connection. So this is a super easy, simple demo. Maybe most of you are familiar, but what I'm trying to show you is the outcome. But everything starts with a terminal. This is the same exact code that I was sharing with you before, with the Ansible configuration, with inventory, and the ping file. Okay, sure, but I would like to verify that the configuration that Ansible is actually using this Ansible config and not the default one. So let me use the Ansible config with a dump only -- only change it. So it will highlight what are the changes between the default. As you can see, we have a callback underscore enabled, and of course, the pathing to my file system. What is important is that it's loading the timer, the profile task, and profile role. Cool. Let's have fun executing the code. Ansible playbook, we are all familiar with the syntax, the XI, the inventory, and the playbook. Now, the execution, probably, as you can see, we are getting a wonderful insight about the execution, because it gives us all the timing. And we can see that, well, the playbook is super fast, 0.61 seconds, but we can see that it takes 0.31 seconds for fact gathering, but actually, we don't need it. So just having this very deep dive, we can spot how we can speed up the execution. Okay, what I was sharing with you is just one of the 200 videos that I have on my YouTube channel. And I think that is useful. So what I was trying, everything is well organized in a blog post, so you can copy and paste as much as you want with some description and text that you can read it. So that was my journey learning Ansible. And little by little, I found that a lot of other people are like me, that struggle with the same type of problem. So rather than reinventing the wheel, I was starting this journey. Okay, what you can find inside the YouTube channel? I started installing Ansible in all the possible operating systems. So I installed it in, the basic, like Red Hat, Debian, and then there was Rocky Linux, Alma Linux, then what else? Amazon Linux, Gentoo Linux, Arch Linux, macOS, of course, Windows, all the possible way of installing I did. Then I found things are getting more interesting, moving to try to automate Kubernetes, how to create a namespace, how to manage the secret, mounting file system. There are so many things, and every video is like focusing on one topic from the beginning to the end. And doing this work, I faced some error, like every day. So there was some error, and I started the troubleshooting. There was something very incredible, like, for example, the macOS has one problem on the fork rate. So you need to export one variable, and it's something that maybe a beginner user don't know it. And it ended up with some very nasty error, and you don't know how to start. You struggle, we all struggle, like, with basic things, like the networking, something that can be a roadblock for a person that starts this journey for the first time. So this is more or less what I was sharing. And I don't know, things are were getting more interesting because I started receiving some feedback. And I was, little by little, now I have 4,000 subscribers, more or less. If I'm comparing with official Ansible YouTube channel that has 7,000, it's quite a lot. And, well, of course, I really appreciate all the type of feedback, especially the one that are very direct and very fact-oriented. So not all the feedback are perfect, not are positive, but most of them give me also some idea how to create a new other type of video. And so I carry on. And I'm doing this as a hobby, let's say. This is not my primary job, and it probably never will be, because the revenue is not what is driving behind this project. So the things were getting more interesting. I tried to experiment different things. I tried also Instagram and TikTok, but it didn't work. And definitely the Ansible community is not there. But I started getting a lot of interesting traction, and the amount of, when I did some statistics for this talk, and well, there are 50 hours of me chatting in front of a camera recorded. And for every video, there are like, the video is more or less 10 minutes more, but the post-processing, it takes like 1 hour, is incredible. So doing the video was also creating the text, because I'm not great in this kind of stuff like public speaking. So I was preparing the speak for myself, and I was copy and paste on a blog post, and it turned out that Germany is on the top 10 of the top, is in the podium of the countries. So this is the reason why I'm here. Also, you can see that analytics came from Google, and I can spot it that in this project started in July 21. In 2 years and a half, there was a 20 million of search about Ansible topic, and it's quite interesting. Yes, 1 million of traffic went to my blog, but still 19 million were in the community. Of course, yes, the code is available as in the GitHub, so there are like 3,000 lines of code, like very, very easy, like the one that I show you in the beginning of the task. And what I'm doing is trying to learn more about what is the taste of the person that I'm following with me. So for every video, as you can see, there is not like a straight line. The people usually don't watch all the video. They are picking up some moment. And this is very interesting. And the type of video, I'm trying to reach out to what are the most interesting topic. And I'm trying to learn. Also, if people are not giving me feedback, I already get the feedback from the engagement that we got behind the scene. Of course, the audience is worldwide, as you see before. This is 1 month. Is just a snapshot of 1 month, and give you the perception of how diverse is the community, and how also important is Ansible worldwide. Because I can speak with a colleague of mine in India and a colleague in US, and we are speaking the same language, because in the end of the day, it's like a computer language. And it's so impressive, this kind of stuff, that worldwide we are using the same technology. I'm so amazed about this kind of stuff. Okay, I have 3 milestones doing this, this project. One was the active contribution to the Ansible bullhorn. Yes, I know. Carol is probably annoyed by me, but every time I'm reaching out some interesting content, I'm trying to share with you, with the community. And so every time, for example, I publish a book, all the code that is in a book is available for you, for everybody, for free in a GitHub repository. So you can get access to the same exact content of the book for free. So all the time I'm trying to do something and sharing with you. This stuff is not well known, but I'm so proud of it that doing the Log4Shell bug, I was developing one Ansible playbook to speed up the detection of the process, because basically it's what Ansible is doing, applying the same code to a lot of different environments. And my code was included in the officially Red Hat security bulletin. And wow, what was a great milestone for me. The link is below, just in case you would like to take a look. And what else? I'm also attending some conference and this type of event. I think Germany is a very welcoming place for me. I started with Ansible Treffen, that is another type of event that, well, it was a pandemic time, so was virtual. And we saw some familiar face of in this venue, in the Czech Republic, in the DevConf. If you're not familiar, that is a great event, very technical. And I also have been in the Ansible Automate in London, and there will be for sure, some Ansible Summit London upcoming. And here we are. So these are very pivotal moments for me, because this is interesting. It gives me the perception that what I'm doing is well received by the community. Also in the recent time, so this is more or less in 1 year time, I was able to write 3 different books. We've tried to apply my knowledge, this approach, like keeping by example, very simple, starting from 0. Yes, the collection, the code behind will evolve for sure, but not the mindset, how we can start automating our infrastructure in VMware, how we can have fun with containers in Kubernetes. And this is my last book that was published 1 month ago. So this is one of the first copies, and I received very positive feedback. I heard that somebody in the audience read half of that, and they say, oh, if I had this in my early days, I will probably speed up my learning process. And this is incredible hearing this type of feedback. I also had a connection with very interesting companies outside. Well, XLab is present here. Also, I had a very interesting chat with Ansible Lockdown that was on the stage before. And what else? Oh, Pluralsight, I have a very friendly approach. I was publishing with them a free special about the project signing. There is an Ansible signature utility, event-driven Ansible, and I recently published an article about the Ansible Lightspeed. Well, the other platform you're probably already familiar with, except Ezoic, that is an advertising network for a blog, just a way of monetizing a little bit the article. What else? Oh, a lot of people ask me what I'm using for creating all this type of content. I found that the most difficult icon to spot, showing this slide deck to people, is this one. Yes, it's Inkscape for creating some covers and this kind of stuff. And I was surprised that a lot of people don't know that this is Tailwind CSS that I combined together with GoHugo for creating the blog. And everything is everything is like a GitOps oriented, so I'm trying to automate as much as possible on my workflow, just concentrating only on the text to copy and paste and share in all the possible way. Yeah, the other program are more or less straightforward. Probably Camtasia is the editor that I'm using for screen recording and putting everything together as well. I'm a huge fan of a Rode microphone that are price per value fantastic. I had also the boom and this kind of stuff, like it looks very crazy. Probably I'm running too much fast, but doing this 2 years and a half, I learned a lot of stuff, like sharing with a lot of professionals about the passion, about what is behind that is driving our journey to automate with Ansible. And what is interesting is, especially also this uncertain time that we are living, is very important for us to upskill and be present in the market. But I'm really looking forward to chat with all of you. So if you have a moment, please bump on me and we'll have an insightful conversation or connect with me in LinkedIn. I will be happy to hear all your stories about Ansible because, I don't know, could start a partnership or something else. What are my goals for 2024? Well, you know that a banana is important things for Ansible community. But I was on the stage several times, so I want to to have fun in the same way. And I would like to be more impactful with the Ansible community. So any idea for new topic that maybe will be shared with other people will be super fun. This is the URL of the website. What I'm trying to do is just reach out for all of you. Now I have some time for Q&A. Probably was too fast. Probably every one of you wants some coffee. Any question?
You showed this graph of interaction with your videos, and it was fluctuating a lot. Was this a weekly fluctuation?
Yes.
And so do people watch your videos like during the week? No, the one before, actually. I think.
Before?
Those ones, yeah. This is, I guess, is probably a week in between those, right?
Yes, exactly.
So do people watch it during work hours or on the weekend?
Well, I can see definitely that the population of Ansible are people during the weekdays, and most of the traffic is from a web browser. So I was sharing the statistic with one social media manager say, oh, I never see such a type of traffic that is like 90% via web browser and everything is like 9 to 5. So it's quite interesting. Yes, so glad that you spotted this.
Well, Germany is your top 10. Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Old school technology is still.
One of the things that you can see is also the seasonality of the traffic. You can see that it decreased during the Christmas time, and it's very fun.
I might just add to that myself. You actually see the exact same patterns in our statistics for the community. So if you look at GitHub traffic, if you look at Matrix traffic, even the forum now as it starts up, already last weekend, you obviously see the same dip. So yeah, it's absolutely a property of the project, I would say, nature of the people using it. More questions?
A really nice presentation, I must say. I have a question regarding the future. What do you plan to do, like with Ansible Pilot? Are you also planning releasing any new books or anything like that?
Well, I'm already working on the fourth book that will be specific about Ansible automation platform, because I found myself a little bit difficult upskilling on learning the platform. The documentation available from official Red Hat is incredible, also all the training courses, but somehow I found that there are some aspects that need to be covered. And this is what I'm working on at this moment. And well, I'm working on chapter 9 actually. And my editor is a bit angry because I'm not keen to respect the timeline, but it will be fun. Rather than that, well, I want to keep engaging with a YouTube channel because it's one of the baseline, and I like to be. I think that we are going more visual in the upcoming world that we are facing, and somehow is an opportunity also to connect with people. So one thing that I started attending some conference. I was interviewing some people because I want to give a more human face to the people that are behind people. Like Greg, like Carol, like other wonderful people that are behind the project that somehow were well hidden behind like a username that is amazing, but I think that they are putting a lot of effort inside the project, and there are people that maybe they are from the other part of the world, they are not able to fly here, and they should be more visibility from this kind of stuff. I really like to see the story behind the product.
Okay, I have a question and then I'll pass to you. Do you see a pattern of which videos gets the most views? Or are they mostly the same? Or what kind of topics do people like to see videos on?
Well, I think the population is very diverse. There are people that are more interested on the installation, but definitely the demo part, the hands-on part is the most requested. So I was thinking also to shrink the video to just the essence. I saw Google was doing some kind of stuff like a 2 minutes video with all the interesting part, because let's be honest, we are all busy professionals, and 10 minutes is sometimes a lot. So the demo part is the most requested. Usually the video starts with like an intro, with some overview of the focus on the problem, the demo, and some outcome. So I want to focus on the meaty part. So will be also the most interesting part. It's also speed up the development process from my side, because post-processing a video is taking a while, and sometimes I'm recording something and I forget to turn on the microphone. So there are a lot of lessons learned behind, and the most important thing is getting a studio that is already ready to go. So you just need to connect the laptop and start doing this kind of stuff. So if somebody wants to start this adventure, it will be cool. I think that there are a lot of space in the Ansible topic for everybody. And I saw that there are other persons that were doing like a 3-hour video that I'm not sure that will copy with modern society. So this is my lesson learned. You say that there was another question.
Okay, so it's 2 questions in one. Earlier, Eric mentioned it, but
sure.
For example, there are people that are dreaming of writing a book. What would be your recommendation when you went through it the first time? What was the thing you had to overcome? What will be your best advice from lesson learned the hard way? This is one. And the other is, how do you come with topics? If anyone here in the room would love to write a book on something, as a community, I'd love it, because the more literature there is on Ansible, the stronger Ansible is. So what do you qualify as good ideas or book-worthy ideas to start writing a book?
Okay. So the book I didn't plan to write a book, didn't plan to write 3 books. but it happened. And everything started like to pile up. I started doing my first video about the ping. So the video about the ping is the loved one. It's the most terrible one, because if I'm looking nowadays, everything, I could improve a lot of things, but I improved because for me it was just the beginning. And then after 10, 100 videos, I say, oh, I already have some content that I would like to organize like in one logical way. So I started packing up all the things that were in my blog and try to publish, like self-publish. And one editor, ePress, spotted me on this journey. It was more like how to automate with Linux. And they asked me, do you want to publish with us? Yes, I did. But I didn't realize how different it was to publish with an editor. And by the way, the revenue of the books is like 10%. So this is apparently the industry royalty standard for this kind of stuff. So it's quite something that you need to understand. And writing a book with an editor means that you have like a person assigned to you that is working with you on the content and is reviewing every chapter based on best practice, plagiarism check. There are so many things, and also one expert that is testing all the code in the book. It's quite a trench. So I was regretting signing the contract, but on the other way, I was thinking about the satisfaction of being here in front of a public audience and holding one book like this that seems so big, but it is not, because I want to include something more. There was always the temptation to add something more. So the first thing started with a book proposal, with one document that has basically all the table of content, the things that is in the beginning of the book. So basically you start writing all the title, and then when they accept the time, all the title, you start writing. So you're just filling with text. And the book proposal is actually the most painful part, because you need to understand how you're going to make it. And then, I don't know, there are a lot of like a day that you wake up early, a lot of night that you ended up writing at midnight, because, well, when the inspiration comes, and for me it works when I'm commuting. When I'm commuting, I'm killing the time, and you find myself typing on my laptop, not like watching Netflix or doing some other type of activity. I have always my laptop with me when I'm on a flight, when I'm on a train, and I'm typing. I'm typing something, I'm typing one idea, I'm trying to share one topic, because, well, the technology will evolve, and in this way I was able to deliver this kind of stuff. I was focusing only on the content when the editor is making beautiful, so that is not the important part, is the meaty part. So if you have one idea, that is more important. And I think that there are a lot of topics that could be explored. For example, event-driven automation, for example, some Ansible networking. I think that these are topics that need to be covered and need to be addressed in a very nice way. This is why at home I have some Cisco router that I need to power up, because I want to create more content on this kind of stuff. So thank you for the question, very nice one. Anything else?
Any more? Okay, thanks, Luca.
Thank you.
All right, next we have a coffee break, and there's actually some lovely snacks and coffee ready for you. We will have to break until 3:30. Yes, yeah, it's 3:30 in Finnish, so I'm like, and so yeah, take a good break, have a chat with Luca and the rest, and we'll see you back here at 3:30. Thank you.